Now one of their big cases is how do you use this item? There's a lot of natural cover. I think it's going to be either really easy or really difficult to take out Betrayal, but that's easier said than done. They do have a full unit already looking to go out with that high noon. They use it when they're rushing in, they use it otherwise, especially with what's popping, having their own ultimates now pumping. Look at that barrage directly on before they even have a chance. Why come up with hypotheticals when your opponents are going to shut it down at every opportunity?
Brawl with the 3K there, Tomathan taking down Cynex on the side. Yeah, Poppy, you need to get out. Poppy, go away, run!
Oh, this is not feeling good. The stagger on poor King. Oh, that's really bad.
Oh, man. They did invest both support ultimates, though. What's Poppin has. So the engages aren't going to be there as much as they want to see. There's still time for them to get a contest here, and Shatter is online. Almost 3 ultimates ready to go for Poseidon. This has got to be a last-second contest here.
They're going to be rushing in, but, I mean, just look at how much space they're managing to get. Though, using the Soldier ultimate does help take out the Mercy. It absolutely shuts down the point. Cynex, what did you wake up on?
Cynex woke up and chose violence. And that's exactly what you want to see. So now, they have their hold here. They still have the Deadeye from Marlin ready to go. And Yabai got completely shut down with that overclock. So Betrayal, I think it's time to swap off maybe here from the Pharah. Maybe try to bait out the Deadeye and see what you can get out of it, because, I mean, you see it right now. Playing over the rooftops, can't commit to that ultimate.
They're in a better space as well. Unless we see that Pharah Mercy go more towards the back, or Merlun ends up losing the worst type of 1v1 in their life, this high noon could be really big. They still have to back up, get their own passive healing. However, it seems that they've taken too long. What's Poppin's able just to immediately run in, even using that punch. They're going to be able to escape freely, not losing a single one, and I'm starting to get worried about their willingness to back up now. Is that starting to hurt them?
I think it is starting to hurt them in a very bad way, and Marlin's going to get staggered out here with a direct coming in. Well, maybe not. They might be able to get around the corner. You can see the pings coming out, but nobody's able to clear them down. There we go. Tomathan finally gets him down.
We are seeing, once again, they are forced to back up extremely early, especially with the high noon, the nano. Those are 2 big ultimates that can help build a sustain, but without the full team, they don't have the confidence to really walk out with the idea. Look at that. Merlin instantly leaves spawn, falls.
I mean, it's just complete domination right now. Yeah, it's rude, but it's fun. And now we got the nano coming in onto, I believe it was on the water. Marlin swapping over to the Ash. Big ultimates coming through here. This is exactly what you want to see clearing out this fight.
Does manage to help, space things out. Poor Merlun is now in a I would say in a worse space, as they're just kind of sitting there. The rest of the team is running into the opponent. What's Poppin? Haven't necessarily stopped the point, even if it's slowed down.
Well, I'm looking for this overclock to get some work done. But Marlin, hello, nice shot, nice dynamite. Following up on behind of it. So yeah, I think that they got to disengage here. 2 minutes and 18 seconds, user. Coming up on some big ultimates here for Poseidon. Sound Barrier going to be first out the gate, and then both DPS ultimates after that. So we see CYA swapping over to the Frog. Let's see if this will help them get on top of the team. Betrayal over on the Genji almost goes down as soon as they have swapped over.
They've got to be careful. They've got to start respecting Merlin a little bit more. Especially, look, Cynic just comes in, builds up their ultimate, takes out Tom. Now they're just hopping around, looking for any person to peek for a split angle. Yeah, but it's still going to do something very similar in that retrospect, but the Reinhardt shield is going to protect them in every case possible.
Yep, and Tomathan, I love the Doomfist engages on points A and B, but C here, now I think they need to answer in their own Reinhardt respectively, because they're getting a little bit bodied.
Yeah, they are now going to have the opportunity to walk in. They take out the Ana, a sneaky pick that is. Even getting the Nano onto the Doomfist to help Betrayal survive, switching the pressure off. Sound Barrier's going to keep them up in the Shatter. Focuses out onto the backline. Poor Soul is going to be taken, but they are now trapped within inside the small room. Getting picked. Cynics is not in the position to be able to help out the team, now having to move to contest the point. While the supports are able to reach that Doomfist, they're just slowly respawning in and then dying. They have to harry and gain some control because Tom is making sure to shut them down. Still alive, still having that 10% damage reduction, even getting a good punch in with the blade as a cherry on top. It's just a dirty stagger.
Oh, man, are you going to get it? Are you going to get it? No, I don't think Poppy's going to get it. That's going to be it, though. GG's.
Yeah, that is a point captured at 39 seconds, and that's absolutely amazing. I think for that last push we saw, Tom truly showed why main tanks have a bigger impact in Overwatch 2 than compared to like Overwatch 1.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have the reliance on that off tank to kind of get you in and out of trouble. And Tomathan has put on a pretty darn good performance on this Doomfist here. I still got to say, Cynex is still lighting it up with whatever DPS hero they have chosen. I like the versatility coming out from Marlin, though. We saw the Hanzo come out in the beginning, and then we saw Ashe come out afterwards. And the Ashe was actually getting a lot of good value. Some insane plays from Frags to not only anti the Bob coming in, but then sleeping it and absolutely taking any kind of potential impact that the Omnic Butler was going to have, completely just threw it out the window.
I agree, and I really think, Cynex is doing an amazing job, but I think it's way more specifically of how we're seeing them positioned. The way that Poseidon are putting themselves is not always in the best spot, and sometimes, or more often than not, as you see, they're going into these tight corridors. Their idea is to regroup, but then, what's Poppin's really benefiting off of that.
Yeah, Tomathan's going in and just getting the world of everything that they want out of it. So the seismic slam coming in, rocket punch inside of the close quarters is able to hit more than one person now. That's another change that came through. So, a little bit of a 1v1 here. Marlin might be able to get a lot of value on this Widowmaker because Tomathan is running this Doomfist, so you can only mitigate damage so much.
I mean, more than anything, it's the Doomfist has to either focus out the Widow or focus out the Reinhardt. That is attention that you don't want to sacrifice. Look at this. When it's able to run in, almost take out your... How does Cynex fall? The poor soul gets picked by the Ashe, and the Ana's just fully evacuated. I've never seen anybody run away that fast. And look at this. Doomfist come in like an angry parent managing to peel. Ana just immediately leaves. Frag has such a good sense of danger.
Loving this right now. And right now, because they're focusing on taking down the members of Yo What's Poppin', Yo What's Poppin' is not suffered any loss on the point here.
They're perfectly just playing back. They're in a spot where they don't take any damage, and if Cynex has to use the dash just to get up, anybody who peeks in is in danger of being not one-shotted, but being comboed. Though Yaba does end up being picked off. Oh, that counter charge punishes you so much, stunned and taken out. It seems it was only a matter of time for Poseidon to get capture that point.
Oh, I mean, this is going to be exactly what they needed. They need to get their full value out of it. Now they've got Nano ready to go. The frags are still coming in. They've only gotten 1 point, though, so there's still time for Yo What's Poppin' to come back and maybe get a recontest, but I think that you hold at bookstore here and just decide nay. Oh, what a sleep!
Oh, they don't even know! With the anti landing not only on Yaba, but with Tom. I mean, that's a free capture right there. I'm loving the patience coming out of Poseidon, and that's something that I have to point very great about the team. It's always going to be that. They also have a good set of ultimates that's Merlun set up in a good... What a beautiful shot, by the way. Perfectly seeing how Merlun just has control over this street.
I mean, Cynex has gotten pretty good value out of this Genji as well. I think that's the big thing that I'm seeing right now is that they're getting the value. Maybe not getting the frags, but the mitigation of the deflect and the quick escape ability. Marlin, hello, starting to really find their range with the Widowmaker here. Both frags that are taking not only CYA out, but also Betrayal on the Ashe. Bob will be available in this next fight, user, so... We'll see how they decide to deploy this and if King Kong Poppy has the sleep available to take the value out of it.
Yeah, but Tom also has the charged up punch. Not really in the best position to use it, as you can see. Merlin's just doing an amazing job headshotting the Doomfist twice over. They really don't want to use that punch. Taking out Yaba the moment the Doomfist charges in is a fun time. The rest of the team is going to be leaving their Widowmaker, but it doesn't even matter because there's nobody to protect Yo What's Poppin', even getting slept when they slam. Merlun gets the semi-MVP for just Streets phase alone.
I mean... really bringing the value of the Widowmaker here, and you love to see it. You love to see it. Now, there is a chance for them to get back and recontest this point. We see some support swaps coming out. We see some DPS swaps coming out. Frags going over to the Zenyatta, and Betrayal now bringing out the Cyber Ninja of their own. Oh, What's Poppin' needs to get back on the point in a hurry.
Oh, it's unfortunate. Wait, no, they just barely managed to land it, but the Shatter was waiting. They even had the sound barrier that was used just to confirm the ability to win out this point, and that's the confidence that you want to see, the willingness with the ultimates. They're even running out. I mean, that's a nasty shot right there, but you're still nonetheless staggering.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a tough fight here for What's Poppin'. They just need to recontest as a full 5. Cynex getting the deflect out of the way. They're getting so much free cart progress right now. Well, they were. Nobody was on it for a couple of seconds there, so we need to see them making sure they're pushing forward. 4 minutes on the clock, though. Overclock ready to go for Yabai.
This is incredibly scary. Merlin doesn't really necessarily have the right angles they want to take, especially, you know, wanting to look onto the high ground. It's more of just a moment where Poseidon needs to move in, because Jabash is sitting there, has 70% on the ability that just goes through your shield. It's not a fun time to deal with, especially when it's Ryan v Ryan now. They have to take their time. They have to respect their opponents, especially when they're coming up on the Nano Blade. This could be something massive. Getting a little weakened on the side of Tom, but this is where the engagement comes in. Nano, but we see the pressure going on to King in the back. What a beautiful sleep! Saving their life, but Widget is also getting hit with one. Merlin's still perfectly safe, able to take 2 from it. And a little bit of a left. Whoa!
All right, Marlon, let's go!
They have the blade too.
Yeah, well, who needs a blade when you've got Marlon just absolutely clicking heads right now? They've got to get out in touch here. We're getting very close to them getting a full capture here with a lot of time in the bank.
They can just charge, they can shatter. Oh, they will. It is going to end up hitting the shield, which is very unfortunate as the blade isn't properly set up just to be getting some room. But Trio can possibly shut this down with a blade of their own, going after Merlin Energy to take them out. Just barely saving it. Now they are at this close choke. What is the win condition here? Is it just flat out not letting them win, or getting less of a time bank?
Getting less of a time bank, I think, is what we're looking at right now, because Frags had gone over to the Baptiste, already has window available, so especially now that the deflect is not there available. Marlon going over to the Cassie, Cynex now onto the Sojourn, so this could actually be a free window.
I can agree to that sentiment, especially with the window now coming out. Immortality has to be placed just to save the Genji. That was beautiful timing. You lose Betrayal, you could lose a lot here, though that sleep is going to slow them down. We see they made a beautiful anti, and they combo it up, taking out Frags, taking out Tom, and then the aggression continues going in. Looking for that melee on to Betrayal, finishing it out. That's a team fight win right there, and that is, well, roughly over a minute and 50 seconds just to be able to get that point. Oh, 2 minutes and 14. That's even worse. Oh.
Well, I mean, there's still time for What's Poppin' to get what they can get. They had a pretty comprehensive take of first point. Once Wadet got down, they had the point in their hands. I think that we need to see the Pharaoh come out here again for What's Poppin', because there was really no answer to that through points A and B. Poseidon will probably have that in the back of their head. They do have that 2 minutes 14 in their time bank. So user, they're going to have time to cycle up to ultimates on their attack phase. But we'll see that in a few minutes. We'll see what Poseidon comes out here on defense. Because like I said, What's Poppin' had a very fast first take of A. And yeah, we see 2-hit scan characters come out. You're going to have the speed ability coming in for Wadet to be able to engage on Tomathan. And we do see it again. We see the Fair Mercy coming out, and Yabai is going to show us our Sojourn. So I think that, you know, we're looking for that mid-range battle going on between the two Sojourns. The real question is, can they take Betrayal out fast enough for them to full hold here in overtime?
Still won't lie. I mean, What's Poppin' before was a more aggressive team, but now play these, I wouldn't call it the slower comp, but maybe it's just Poseidon playing so fast. And when we were seeing them as a team who was backing up so often, I'm loving these role reversals. What's Poppin'? They ran this once. Can they continue to? I think this is going to be up to Betrayal and Merlin of how they try to counterplay each other. I'm also loving the fact that they get a good ping system and immediately see that Cassidy and the rest of the team's already organized. They're saying, hey, let's take our time. Let's look for a small pick. We almost find Senex, but it's still going to be a little longer. The rest of the squishies, though, they have to respect the Pharah.
They do. And I mean, Tomathan right now is the engage point. That's exactly what you want to see.
Wait, but they managed to take out Tom, so it's actually a fair trade in. Cynex is just barely, no, melt it down. It's so unfortunate. They were getting healed, but it just wasn't enough, and the res is free for Tom to come in as the Doomfist. I mean, this poor Reinhardt is going to be punched in.
Oh.
Well slept. That's helped. The Pharah is freely in the back line. It's now a mixed-in fight. The Pharah is gone. There's no res possible, but the Doomfist is holding that front line, keeping things a little safer. They do miss out on the Lucia, but with it reconvening into a 4v3, we could see Poseidon run back onto the point.
We will not see a draw here. So that is the big takeaway right now. I think they're just going to give this up for free. Are you kidding me? Okay. Well, I mean, we're in overtime, so, I mean, nobody can leave the point. That plays it to their hands, but, I mean, if Betrayal gets any kind of a good barrage off here, it is Dunsky for point B.
I mean, they're absolutely right. Beforehand, you know, you can maybe debatably say, you know, Betrayal's gonna know where you're coming from, set up, build up that old economy. You don't want to let them build it up, but, I mean, Betrayal builds it up regardless. So you really had nothing to lose from attempting besides maybe a little bit of space. I guess they just want to hold this as close as possible. Betrayal's already setting up, dangerously staring at them, saying, if you want to brawl onto us, this barrage is going to hit your face. Look at that. The Doomfist even goes into the back manches to help land an anti. They do pick up Betrayal. Wait, there is a possible res here, but while it's going to run and put some pressure, the res is now possible as they just barely make it out, even using the Valk to save their own life. Reinhardt is at 12 HP, will be punched and taken. No, wait, yes, barrage was needed, but cancels about midway through. There was not a lot of ultimates committed from Yo What's Poppin'.
No, I mean, they were killed in the middle of, right at the beginning of the animation, they were killed, then came back in after that res. So that's the big takeaway there. But still, the fight wind coming through, they had to invest everything in there to defend against that potential barrage. And now, I mean, we're looking at 4 ultimates ready to go for Poseidon. This meteor strike could be huge, depending on if they get King Kong Poppy and Spooky Ghost in the back line.
This is now where it matters the most. As Cynex manages to get a kill before they even
What?
pop the Wait, what?
C9.
They were so worried after losing one with the ultimates coming out. It forced them to split up. I think they just kind of did it off of muscle memory.
It has been 0 days since we've had our last C9.
Can we get the graphic
F in the chat. But still, on a minute. They had a minute, right?
Yeah.
They got almost all the way to C. So this is actually pretty good progress for them. I want to see what they're going to come out here on the defense because they did hold for a while. There was kind of a cat and mouse game that went on between Poseidon and Yo's What's Poppin' on the high ground. Tomathan, yeah, bringing out the Reinhardt here. So we're going to mirror the Reinhardts if Wada does continue. But here's the big change. We're looking at Mei. We're looking at the Sojourner. Yeah, Aru. We've also got, I mean, basically, I haven't come up with a name of this because I haven't seen it yet, but I mean, it's like the old Ice Cold comp with the Mei and the Cassidy. Instead, now you're swapping in the Sojourner, so the wall now can go up. You can throw the disruption field in there and start slowing everybody, and then Tomathan can just go in ham and start swinging with impunity. So, early frags are not going to be on the platter here for Marlin because I think they saw what was up their sleeve.
Yeah.
And yeah, there we go. The swap.
Oh, that's an even better swap. One of the bigger ideas is Betrayal can use that wall, block off a line of sight, maybe split off some people. They have enough damage, quite possibly, to be able to break it in seconds. It's about who lands that first initial pick. That's the point we're going to be looking at. Betrayal is set up for this wall, but Poseidon want to take their time. They want to wait to be stacked. They're using that Junkrat as bait as they go onto the flank, looking to get some damage in, but they have split off the Reinhardt. Immortality does manage to keep them up for a little longer, but eventually what it's just not going to be able to survive. And Silence is in the back line as a Junkrat, able to get Yaba, which isn't the best pick, but that's going to take some time.
It's going to take time. And Yabai's going to, I mean, they can slide a couple times to get themselves back to the point faster. But Cynex right now, leading the lobby right now in ultimate charge, 65% towards that Riptire. You do have Immortality Berry, though. So that's the big thing. Frags is going to have to be very cognizant of their positioning. I want to see King Kong Poppy get a little bit more value out of these antis and get this and get the Anno online.
Yeah, but no frag! Frag is gone! That's no good!
You're done.
The rest of the team is just able to trust the W. And I mean, Yo What's Poppin'? They're willingly letting themselves die, as you can see. Taking the Junkrat out, that's a bright side. But I'm scared. I mean, Poseidon have Riptire.
They do. They have the Riptire. The big thing that I'm looking for from Yo What's Poppin' is Yabai has to find some different angles. And with this Sonic Arrow, The recon is so good. So they're going to know exactly which way they're pathing in. Wattit's going to have to take a lot of space here, and that's going to really work against what Poseidon want to do. Remember, Poseidon are facing match point right now, and Cynex does have this tire. Let's see what they get done with it.
Yeah, they're going to be fighting this out. Riptire is going to take its time. Oh, wait, it's already been scouted. Caught out in the immortality, but look at that. Tom was not prepared against the ants and didn't even recognize it. Lets himself get taken out. This is going to be a bit more percentage on the side of Poseidon. Yeah, what's popping? I'm kind of curious on what their engagement plan is. They may just need to burn out the ultimate.
Well, I mean, the big thing is that we haven't gotten past bookstore yet, and now we're in overtime. They can't leave the point. So, I mean, a blizzard will absolutely decimate you, especially with this overclock online.
Oh, shiver me timbers. Yo, what's poppin' though? If I had to give them something, the reason why I say shiver me timbers is the blizzard. Look at this. 5 ultimates are coming up online. That Shatter's not going to take long. They could just hit Q. This could be the plan that they've been waiting for. They are going to be set up using that window on the high ground. The wall gives them a bit of space. They managed to take out the Reinhardt just barely with the Blizzard. Wait, no. How are you surviving for so long? One peel, but Yaba goes into the back and they use the Shatter against the shield. How are you getting a 3? How are you just existing inside? Wait, not the back, not just in the front, and they weren't prepared. That is how you take them out. Yo, what's poppin'? Had to end the series. There are no Greek gods. We go for a different mythology here.
I tell you what, Yo, what's poppin' really were smart in their last fight. They disengaged at the very last second. They allowed themselves to die on point, thereby stopping any kind of progress on that point. They knew they had the speed coming back with the Lucio being the last to die on the point. Wattit had a fantastic series as this main tank, and you see CYA, they're just holding as long as they could. But it was just not enough in the end. They knew their win condition. They understood that they could just let that blizzard out. I still don't know how Wattit stayed alive so long. I think they got a nano put onto them to get that damage reduction. But man, oh man, I tell you what, Yabai just absolutely turned it on there in the last waning seconds of overtime to take the match win. They continue on. We have to say goodbye to Poseidon, however.
You know, I do agree in that sense. I feel, you know, it's kind of questionable of how that Reinhardt is able to live, but that's also a benefactor to how strong the supports really wanted to keep the focus and how long they wanted to keep the team alive, and that's absolutely essential. Yeah, I think Poseidon did absolutely amazing on King's Row. They looked completely different, and I was very impressed. But I think when it just came down to that clutch factor and the positioning, I mean, Yaba, which is really prepared to having to make a play, was building up those ultimates like crazy, especially in the times when it's needed. And then, like, if you're looking at how the supports were doing, we didn't really see frags die pretty often. Was never the first one to die, or very less as the, you know, first support to die. And I think that was absolutely phenomenal, though they need to keep that momentum up because they're only going to go up one more loss, and that's really not the best factor.
Yep, and I got to give my boy CYA from the CGL a love. We got to give the old squad a lot of love because, I mean, they had a fantastic performance there. Didn't die very often. Not only playing as the Mercy, as the pocket there to the Pharah, but also on the Lucio, really staggering that point out and allowing his team to get back in there in the overtime and setting up for there. You can speed boost yourself out of spawn and then got back at just the last minute. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and have a fun time with that. Poseidon going home. We'll see our next matchup coming up here. It's being decided as we speak, but we will be going to the upper bracket round number 5. And user, I cannot wait to see what we're going to get there. But don't go away, folks. We'll be back with you guys in just a few minutes. Don't go away. This is going to be exciting stuff.
falling low. Massive! Oh, man. That's a Heracross if I've ever seen one.
Spawn comes out. This could actually go anyway. Lily's pulse could be massive here. It gets one. Reborn got a pick as well. Reborn Bob comes out. That's going huge as well. And now, somehow, Lily's killed 4.
Man's gonna have to do more to be able to protect.
Oh, the barrage
Catch out of
3 finds 4 and the back.
They're going in with it. Lane. He's gonna get the break. And absolutely destroying. I got the back line. Dragon comes out. It's just.
My lord, it's so much damage, but here's Lamb instantly vaporized this one. Natural man. Overclockwise finds a nice 3k barrage there. Oh my lord, 4!
Shoot out and draw 4. The Goliath of today. They will stop David and be your BPL Winter Snowdown champions.
This is going to be it. The polarity with the reverse sweep to win the BPL Winter Showdown.
Tifo's Prison Break S League.
Your S League.
Your S League champions. Your God gamer.
Very, very. Oh my goodness, Butters.
Oh, that's a juicer.
That just happened. That shatter just happened.
TP up to the top. There's the death block of the lamp. Really good to kill it. And there's Rosesaw with 3.
Also finding Gab and Foxworth. What a Widowmaker.
Another? Go up!
Gonna go puddle rage off their own. If they do get the wave off, it's like a scream. Everyone's just juggling them into the air and they get 3 kills. The monkey club is much like progressing. The bomb on the side of Blue Skin, he's by
Stun all shatter.
And the remix. This is just it. Blue Screen have swept it. They've absolutely swept Sub Tournament 5. They haven't dropped a match.
I lost you, then you found me. So who's the one that wins the game?
perfect.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back here. Upper round number 5. Both teams are on 2-2. Their tournament lives are on the line. We've had a bit of a caster switch here. I've got my buddy Joshua, aka Joker's Ransom, listening to the Yankees game in the background. And now we've got Cap Jam going on here in the lobby. Coin up against What Was He Cooking? I love that name. Being a chef, I absolutely adore that name. But as I said, this is going to be the last chance for these two teams to move on to the playoffs. It's also the last stream of the night here on the A stream as well as on the C stream. We can take a look at what matches are going on here in the 2 beta 2 brawl. We've got myself and Joker's Ransom here. We've got on the B stream, I don't know who that is, but we'll take a look at Cummies, Robbie, Recurve, and Coconut. They are going to be your casters there on the B stream, and then C stream, we will see Fruitful versus What's Poppin' Yo. Good Lord, they have had a good run here. I'm going to actually have that up on my screen here because, yeah, I want to see how they got there. But this is how we got here, Joshua. Coin losing twice in the past 2 rounds. What Was He Cooking? Taking a 2-0 win on the lower round number 4. Oh man, this is all to play for, and Coin might be a little bit boomed, especially losing to Crab Apples, who is one of my dark horse favorites to win the whole thing.
Yeah, we casted Crab Apples that first game of the night yesterday, and they were just so incredible. And at least they took a map off of them. We saw people being able to do that. And they're still to show some good light, but like you said, they're coming off 2 consecutive losses here. Coin have got to get those mentals in check if they want to have a chance going in, have a chance to get going forward. This is it's an elimination round. They're both of these teams are 2-2, and I mean, if you lose, you're out, and you want to obviously continue to going forward and have a chance to go forward into tomorrow's matchups.
Yep, and I mean, it's going to be the same order here of our maps. It's going to be starting out on push. So we're either going to see Canada or we're going to see Rome. We will see, well, actually, we're going control first. I'm sorry. We're going to see Lijiang Tower coming out the gate first, then escort after that. And if we need it, we will go to push after that. So this is a little bit changed now that we're getting into the latter end of our tournament. Lijiang Tower is going to come out first. Joshua, I mean, we all know this map. It's one of the most favored control maps in most competitive Overwatch to start out on just because of comfort picks.
Yeah.
So, I mean, are we looking at Junker Queen? Are we looking at Reinhardt? I've seen a steady diet of Reinhardt today.
I was watching the previous game. I was shocked. There was no Junker Queen. It was Reinhardt and Doomfist, and a little bit of Sigma dashed in there. I was just incredibly surprised, and right now we're seeing was he cooking, opting for the Reinhardt. Obviously, they've still got time to change it up, but hey, it's still Control Center, and Control Center means Brawl. So I mean, if you want to run it, this is probably the best map to run this Reinhardt on.
Absolutely, and I mean, you're looking at showing us what used to be a staple in Overwatch 1 in the Symmetra and the Junkrat. Do they stay with it? I don't know. Maybe bring out something a little bit different after that, but we are looking at the Junkrat Sojourn here, and we got an early pause coming in. Bruh, you see it there in the lobby, bruh. But I think that the Sojourn up against a Reaper, if Reaper can close the gap on a Sojourn, if they don't have the charged railgun shot ready to go, that could be a very filthy, easy, quick take, especially with the shadow step that you got coming from the Reaper. We are seeing both squads bring out a Junkrat, though, so that is for me super exciting. And I'm calling Reinhardt the Junker Queen counter because you know Junker Queen wants to get in there. You've got the melee of the rocket-powered hammer, nothing to defend against that for the Junker Queen.
Yeah, and can get in close with Junker Queen, but you want to be staying more of a mid-range with that because of the shotgun that you have there. I mean, you've got the Carnage ability, but it's only a cooldown. With the Reinhardt, you just swing as fast and as hard as you possibly can and deal as much damage over time. It's a lot better in these short range comps. And I mean, as well, you like to say that Junkrat is another counter to Junker Queen, so we're seeing that as well going for him. What was he cooking? So they might have done a little scouting onto Crogecoin here, and knowing that they like to run these Junker Queen compositions, they're opting for the direct counters to one of the most popular heroes in Overwatch 2 right now.
Well, the big thing that we need to be looking at is the supports, because we do have the Necrotic Orb ability coming out from Bolting Cake versus the Immortality Field from Illuminous. So, I mean, you're going to see the value. Who gets the better value in these two cooldowns? Well, Crogecoin, Vix looking on the side there, had their ultimate economy reset. It wasn't too much, so we're okay with that.
Yeah, as they're going to see here going in, looking for these picks, is Goob with so low of an HP. Is going to take out their counterpart. They are going to pay for it with their life, but still, that's going to give Crogecoin the upper hand, get them to the point to start things off. But just as I say that, the caster curse is real. Ashi could have come back strong, taking out the Moira. It's going to be huge going forward. The main source of healing is no longer there, as it's still even all around. The Reinhardt now out of this fight, but the main front line's damage of Ashi is there, just pumping it so much. It seems like what was he cooking her to get this first point captured?
Man, and that was a really extended fight. So, I mean, looking at the ult charges here, as we go into this next fight, Illuminous is going to have a window. And window is going to stop any kind of push coming in from the side here. And I really want to see them get aggressive with this and move forward.
I definitely do. I want to see them get aggressive indeed. And there it is. That's going to be the Amp Matrix to start things off. And there it is going to be the go sign for what was he cooking. They find 2 picks already in this fight. They're looking for some more, and they're going to find it off the back of their Junkrat and their Reinhardt. And that's going to be another quick team fight win for what was he cooking.
So economic in the ultimates as well. I mean, Goob did have that did have the tire ready, but they knew that they had the fight one. So beautiful recognition there. Bolty Cake's going to be able to come in with a coalescence that might be able to keep the team up during this fight.
Well, here's the Rip Tire coming out from Goob. If they can find just one person, that's going to have them reset. But I don't know. Are they going to be even able to get any value from it? They're going to be caught. No, as the Junker Queen spots it onto the side, but they're now going to walk into the shotguns of the Reaper. The Shatter coming out, and that's going to wrap up that fight yet again for what was he cooking.
Economic once again. They were able to just use the one ultimate, and it just zoned off the entire point of ingress there coming from Coin. So, I mean, you've got the Rampage available now, but the Sound Barrier will keep you up even though you're going to be antied.
We're going to see that it has to be the end train. So, no, it's going to be Vix using this Rip Tire, and it does not find anyone, but I think Kurt might have gotten that the credit for that kill, as they're going to come through as Ashi goes down during that Death Blossom phase, as this looking good for Coin. They're on the up and up here, as they're going to be Coin to $1 here, as they're going to take this fight.
I love to see what you did there, and I like it. However, this is going to be last fight territory, because we're at 94% for what was he cooking, and that was such an expensive fight. 4 ultimates came out in that fight, Joshua, and now you're looking at Tire coming up very soon for Goob. You're looking at another window from Illuminous, and we saw what value they got on the last one.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be crucial how much value they can get from this window. And right now, they're not getting much of it because, well, Coin is just kiting around it. But Goob still finding a pick onto the crucial Moira is going to be huge going forward. They're just going to be able to go in, just run as far as they possibly can and fast as they possibly can into their enemy team and get the point back into their favor.
Illuminous absolutely carried that fight. I don't care about the frags that came out. The immortality barrier was massive. The regenerative burst was massive. The long range healing was massive, and they take the 136 victory here on Control Center. So, one sub map closer to taking themselves to match point. Coin have got to figure out what their identity is going to be here on Gardens, because what was he cooking? Ahishi never even had to pull out the Death Blossom. That's how good they were. That's how much work Goob and Cute White Boy were getting done. We'll see how cute you are, sir. But Coin came up a little bit short on the dollar there, and I like the changes coming out right now. Vix going over to the Junkrat of their own, but Chimoran is going to be on this Tracer, so the backline is definitely going to be having to have their heads on swivels.
And they've decided to swap the tanks here, as Cute White Boy opting for their Junker Queen on this round, as Dilby switching it up, going to the big German man on for Coin, as they're going to get this fight underway here, as Ahi is going to start things off, get the Moira super low, and it's going to be finished up by Goob there, now on this Cybernetic Ninja, finding 2 picks of their own, as what was he cooking? Starting off with some fire.
Chimoran, hello? That was actually kind of sick, but just got the dash away, or the blink away just in time. But look at these ult charges here for the supports. Illuminous has really been dominating as far as the supports going on right now. But Chimoran, I mean, is going to be looking for the Brigitte there in the backline with his pulse bomb that's coming up.
Yeah, they're going to come in here. Dilby looking for the value with this rocket hammer, but nothing too far so far for the Reinhardt of Coin, as they're going to go down in the end. A nice stick with the jagged blade. That's the word I'm looking for. As what was he cooking? Wins that fight out.
I mean, 35% and counting. Illuminous still getting so much value on this Brigitte. You can speed in and get the shield bashes going on, get that Inspire time up, and I'm telling you what, Chimoran has got to land something here.
They definitely do. They definitely do indeed look for that pulse bomb stick onto the Brigitte, but it's going to be Vix to start things off. He is now out of this fight. The pulse bomb comes out, doesn't find the value you'd have liked it, as now the rally's been popped, and they're going to be all up in health. He's a nice dash through, takes out the spam damage of the Junkrat. Is what was he cooking? Continuously just dropping some fire cooking.
Well, we're crossing on 70% here, and the rally was so good in that last fight that they just decided they didn't need to build anything else out. So Vix might have a counter here to this Rampage coming up from Cute White Boy.
Yeah, it's got to be something here. They need something, Billy. The Shatter comes out and it only connects to the Junker Queen. Luminous is out of the fight, which is going to be huge, as the Dragon Blade being used by Goob, maybe a little bit overzealous, as it's all Crogecoin in the kill feed right now.
But once again, look at the percentage. I mean, it is a 97, 98. It's going to be 99 when it flips over. So final fight territory already. The good thing is for them is that they pulled out 2 of those ultimates out of what was he cooking. The Rampage and the Blade both got denied by the tire and the resulting damage from it. So, I mean, you can go in on tempo here with this sound barrier, but Labrat will be able to counter against it with one of their own.
Let's see how that works. They're going to use the commanding shout to start things off from Cute White Boy, and that's going to be huge. Chimoran's already out of this fight. The Coalescence is going to take out a Luminous, but it's not going to matter any much longer because they deal with him very quickly shortly afterwards, as that is going to be a quick retake for what was he cooking, and it looks like we're going to be seeing this first map going into their favor as a nice boop comes through. They're going to be able to get to the point, is the Wrecking Ball, but for how much longer is the real question, as this overtime bar is going to continuously tick down quicker when they get off these points, as the red is filling this kill feed, and there it goes. The overtime bar ticks down as what was he cooking? It takes map number 1.
That is just a fantastic and dominant performance coming out of what was he cooking to take themselves on to match point. Crogecoin, I just feel like they don't know what their identity is right now, and they're running up against some pretty stiff competition here. I mean, Vix did get the value out of the rallying. Oh my God, it was actually better than I expected. Vix actually really took the bit between the teeth there, and took the not only the Dragon Blading Genji out, but also took out the Rampaging Junker Queen. So, I mean, there's the potential there, but I think that their team fight potential has to be a little bit more coordinated here, because you are seeing what was he cooking absolutely playing as a five. The commanding shout there being used by Cute White Boy, being able to start the engagement, and then you've got this amp speed coming in behind that. That is a lethal combo that I think that we really need to zero in on.
Yeah, definitely. And I did touch on it before we went into this match. I said when we saw the results, they're coming off back-to-back losses. And it's right now, it's really showing. I think they might be mentally boomed here, Billy. They've got to buckle down here. Their backs are against the wall. It is 1-2. So if they can't lose another map, or they're out of this series. And you've got to figure something out if you're Crogecoin right now.
Well, the big thing that I'm looking at right now is that they have lost control map every single, or the first map every single time, have come back with different compositions, and come back and reverse swept a couple times. When in their losses, they did come back and end up getting another map. So I don't think that they're out of it yet. We'll just see if this is just not their map type, because we're heading to Hybrid next, and we're going to Junkertown. So are we going to see the Aussies coming back into it? I don't know. That's
a good question. I have not seen Junkertown on Overwatch 2 yet, so I don't really know what the meta is. Do you have an insight onto that, Chef Billy?
We saw it last night. Junkertown was actually a little bit weird. You can run the double spam out there. You can run anything, basically running with a Sigma. I think Sigma has to be played here unless you're running the Reinhardt. Junker Queen can't really engage as well as she wants to until you get to point 3. Point 3 is absolutely Junker Queen territory there with the throne. But I think that if you're running in the tank department, you've got to have Sigma or the Reinhardt to be able to hold space and take space and be able to tactically retreat. Double snipers have worked very well here. I've liked the Sojourn here as well, being able to use the disruption field to slow enemies down and getting sped on top of that. So we'll see how these two teams decide that they're going to deal with the geometry and the layout of point A. If they don't have their identity locked in and ready to go, then I think this could be a very quick first point hold here for what was he cooking.
Yeah, and that just goes back to Overwatch 1. If you don't know what you're going to be running, then you're most likely going to get it full held. And that's the fun part about these escort maps, that if you don't know what you're doing, it's like it with everything. Every escort map. If you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna most likely get full held, I should say.
Yeah.
I don't.
So, I mean,
We
waiting
need
for
proper
the
English
plays-
here.
I mean, we can English casters, no words.
Yes.
But we'll take a look. I mean, I don't know if there's some substitutions coming in, but here to take a look at how we got to where we're at. Junkertown will be our map coming up here. There's the Koala takeaway. I would love to go there someday.
Yeah.
But Push will be our next map if we do end up getting there. But, I mean, it's all going to depend on if Croge has found their mojo here. And they're going to be on the defense first. So, What Was He Cooking has decided that they want to put the benchmark up out there and dare Crogecoin to come up and meet their mark.
Well, we do, in fact, have a swap. Seems like I think it's All Win has come in on to for the DPS line for the side of What Was He Cooking, I believe.
Yeah, Goob's on the main tank.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So that's interesting to see there for a swap of the roles, and Stratocaster as well has come in as Cypher coming in as well.
Yeah, Stratocaster was the Lucio last map. Yeah.
Oh.
But Cypher is definitely
Right.
new on the map here for Crogecoin. So running that Sigma, as I anticipated, would come out 3 seconds before we open the doors. Ahishi going over to the Genji. So now we're going to be looking at a little bit more projectiles to see if Vix can get any work done on the Widowmaker.
Yeah, it's gonna be the go sign. Really, if Vix can get any pick, that's gonna stop them in their tracks here, and us All Win is gonna try to keep them in check with the Ash here, but nothing really doing. The Dynamite is getting some good work done, as now the roll through gonna come through from Goob, try to get them away, as they're gonna get some nice cart progress here, Billy.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a Tracer contesting Chimoran on the side. There we go. Vix does get the assassination, but there's the quick answer back. Now we'll see if they're going to be able to close in on this. Cypher does take down Stratocaster, and now Ahishi is absolutely becoming unglued.
Oh my goodness, that's all they needed. The Widowmaker out of this fight, just to be able to run wild with the Cybernetic Ninja.
Hello, Goob. Goob just took that 1v1 and said, I'm done. Ahishi is just done with Widowmaker's games here.
It's just they need to do something to deal with Ahishi right now, and there's not really much you can do for a DPS any longer. There's no real stuns in this game, so something has to get. You have to hit your shots if you're Vix or Chimoran.
I mean, I think that you bring the Brigade out here to deal with the Genji. You've got the Shield Bash, which will take him out of commission for a few seconds, but Chimoran does have Pulse Bomb into this fight. So we'll see what they can get done. Niwilla, also known as All Win, has a lot to say about this next fight. Oh my goodness, Goob. What an adaptive shield there.
Yeah, Goob has been a little bit advantageous, but still staying alive. That's all you really can help for if you have your Wrecking Ball player there. As they're still looking to get some, they're going to start things off with the Guardian Angel and a nice Pile Driver combo from Ahishi. The Dragon Blade coming through, finding one, looking for another. There it is. They are going to go down, but the damage has been done by Ahishi there.
I mean, this is going to be a monumental time bank coming in to see. Cypher does have Gravitic Flux into this next fight, but I mean, they're running backwards right now. There's the change that I want to see. We do see the Brigitte come out here, so a little bit more meta as far as what we want to see coming out from the support line. Bolting Cake does get the value there with the volley with the Zen balls.
Yeah, and they're going to lose Stratocaster as well. This is a nice retake coming in from Crogecoin, as they're going to have this advantage just being the defending squad at the moment, and they're going to get a huge buff as well. The gates are going to close.
Well, this is actually a scary position here for Crogecoin. They do have Transcendence that's going to be able to defend against the Bob. But after that, you've got Mines to worry about. So do you play Minesweeper? Well, Niwilla is not just allowed to play the game right now. Illuminus does get the res through on that, however.
Yeah, they're going to have to maybe change something up. Always going to pop the Bob, and it's going to take out the Sigma of Rogecoin Cypher out of this fight. As that's just going to create some good space. Stratocaster looking for some space as well to do some things with their orbs from on high. As Vix just dominating the sniper duel right now. Allwin cannot do anything. Vix with another nice headshot coming through, as that is just headshot after headshot for the Widowmaker in blue.
All right, Uber Jr., I see what you're doing there. We do see the swap coming out from Goob, though. Goob is ready to go here on the Sigma. Pulse Bomb at the ready for Chimoran. So we'll see what they can get done with this. I think that the change has come through Illuminous. Vix, hello.
Vix, you need to stop. It's coming. It's borderline bullying now, as they know where all win is, and they're just waiting for them to peak. As it's just what the benefits of being a defensive Widow. You can be able to make these spaces, take the space much easier than attacking a sniper. But right now, Goob taking the space all the space they really could ask for right now. Taking away this high ground is huge from the Widowmaker. Vix still trying to use it to their advantage right now, but it might not be the best any longer. The rally has been popped by Kurt there, as they're going to be able to get that rally armor, get into the face of what was he cooking, and Allwin has gone down yet again there.
Yeah, that's a big stagger coming out, and Chimoran, my low HP be damned, I'm going to keep shooting, and takes the Luminous out of the fight. So, Stratocaster needs to let loose with this Transcendence whenever Cypher pops. The upcoming Gravitic Flux, Goob is just getting absolutely bodied right now by Kurt. Labert on this Brigitte. This Brigitte does not like to lose, and I'm loving what I'm seeing right now.
Me too, Billy, as both these two teams have similar ultimates going forward, but it is going to be Ashi's gonna be the one to really determine this fight, having their own Dragon Blade online. We'll see how this works forward, if they can get the value that we've seen with the previous Dragon Blades, but it's gonna be the Gravitic Flux to start things off. It is gonna be countered out by the Transcendence, as both Gravitic Flux and Transcendences are off the board, but it is going to be Illuminous finding the value in the 1v1, but Cypher from on high takes out 2-3 for the Sigma in blue, as that is going to be Crogecoin continuously holding down this defense.
Oh, Stratocaster played that absolutely in the gutter. Did not wait for the flux of Cypher to come out, and as a result, their team got absolutely bodied in that mid fight, and they were decimated on Sweet. So, still, both our DPS ultimates ready to go for what he was cooking. So, Chimoran, what you gonna answer out with here?
So the question, and it's gonna be Ashi starting things off with a Dragon Blade, finding 2, finding 3. Oh my goodness, again, finding so much value with this Dragon Blade, and the team kill gong sounds. But there's definitely going to be another chance for a fight from Crogecoin. Do they have the capabilities to keep it going on the defense?
5 minutes were on the clock when they came in to see, and now we're sub 60 seconds. Allwin will have Bob to be able to wreck the defense here. Chimoran looking for the stick, finds the shield.
Yeah, the shield, you're gonna be able to just drop it down there as the Bob comes out. Chimoran, if they can find something, but it's gonna be Cypher taking out Stratocaster, who could have gotten that Transcendence on in the long run in this fight, but it does not seem to matter to make it 3 picks into the favor. Vix coming back, but it's not going to matter. They're just focused down immediately, as what was he cooking completes all 3 points on Junkertown.
I mean, you love to see it, my friend. You love to see it. But still, what a stalwart defense that came out from Crogecoin. They found their identity. Vix found the range with the Widowmaker. You love to see it. I still think, for me, as far as this map has gone so far, Bolting Cake on the Brigitte is my MVP. So many times they took the 1v1 versus Goob on the Sigma and came out on top of it, and the rallies were absolutely magnifique. I loved how good really waited and used that ability. So, I mean, Coin, this could be something that they can build on and maybe take this map into extra innings and maybe with a healthy time bank. Because if Vix continues to pop like they were, Joshua, this could be a very, very fast first point.
Yeah, it definitely can be, and well, they're gonna have to. All-Win's gonna have to focus on more than just Vix now because Chimoran's hovering over that Ashe currently. She was trying their best, but you can only deal with that Widowmaker and close distances if you are a Genji, as we've seen Vix before they can really close that distance have taken their heads off.
I'm worried.
Oh, I'm worried that there's a Roadhog on the map.
Okay, so we're going full Aussie here. All we need now is just a junker out of here, and we'll have the full Aussie squad. But we'll see what Vix can get done here.
I'm truth be told, I have not seen Roadhog being played in Overwatch 2, so I'm excited to see how it will work out for What Was He Cooking. Maybe they are some one of those Roadhog top 500 people that don't talk to people and just block Roadhog. Well, I mean, it's starting to work out well. The anti-nade and the follow-up from Goob on the Roadhog is going to work out for them as they're going to win that fight early on.
Yep, I mean, this is exactly what they needed to see. Progress is going backwards. Not the way that you want to see it come out. Vix was getting shots, but has not confirmed a kill yet. So, I mean, right now, Illuminous with the Ana, I think is the big key here. They've got to take down the Egyptian healer.
Yeah, that's definitely the case here. Ooh, some nice shots coming in from Bolton Cake as well. The Discord Orb finding the value that you need as Alwyn is gone out of this fight. And now the snipers can reign free from Coin as Kurt yet again showing up in the kill feed. There you are yet again. 2 whip shot kills for the Brigitte from Coin as they're just flanking all around and taking names.
Yep, I think this is time for Goob. Yep, Goob has gotten off of the Roadhog and is bringing out something a little bit more stable and sustainable coming into this fight. So yeah, Vix is going to go bye-bye from that. But they give up the point. They don't touch. So 4:48 on this clock. Spawn advantage is going to be in favor of Coin. So Vix, while being taken down, isn't really going to hurt all that much.
Yeah, definitely not. And in the long run, as they are going to be waiting, Vix is going to be countered out immediately, as that is huge from Ashi. That's what you got to do. You got to be able to kill that Widowmaker before they can even set up. As Alwyn's going to be lobbing in some dynamite, lobbing in the spam damage. And there's the nano boost onto the Genji. They don't have the blade up yet, but the Gravitic Flux is going to try to counter them out. Not going to be able to build up to that Dragon Blade with that nano boost is very unfortunate for What Was He Cooking. But they can still find this fight. But Vix swapping over to the Tracer, taking out Stratocaster, looking for Alwyn as well. Not going to find them for a second, but they might still win this duel. Hitting the shots is Alwyn, and there it goes. Finally, Vix getting the upper hand in that fight.
Good swap. Immediate swap and immediate value. So now, I mean, Pulse Bomb is going to probably be gained in this next fight. You're going to have 3 ultimates. Kurt Lambert here on the Brigitte, as I misspoke earlier, on this Brigitte has had a phenomenal series here all day long, showing their wares, and this Brigitte is absolutely disgusting coming out from them. Goob, looking for the high. There's the rally coming out.
Almost paying for their life with that pile driver as Stratocaster gonna be taking out their direct counter in Vix, as that's gonna be huge going forward, as that should be What Was He Cooking winning this fight out. It's starting their defense at a very good position for the defense.
Look at their ult bank. I mean, just under 3 minutes to go, and they've got 4 ultimates ready to go into this fight. Bob on Bob action could be in this next fight, but the Dragon Blade is what I'm really looking for.
Yeah, Ashi has been able to find a lot of value, no longer having the Ana on the board, but that did not seem to matter previously to the Cybernetic Ninja The pile driver is going to come in with the minefield. Not going to find the value you'd have liked to, but still, you're going to buy some time off the clock, which is all you can really hope for at this time. You want to get it down to a manageable time bank if you can't hold on for 0.3, as Vix is going to find this first pick. Ashi popping the Dragon Blade does find Chimoran. The Transcendence going to be used to keep them up and healthy and win them this fight yet again. In a minute and some change have been taken off this time bank yet again.
Uh-oh. Ooh. Vix is on a massive flank here, looking for Illuminous in the background or Stratocaster. I don't think the Zen is back yet. No. He is not. I don't think. Maybe.
I don't know.
There he is.
So it's just in the backline for no reason, I guess.
I think they were trying to get an early assassination on the Luminous to prevent this rally from being gained.
Well, they've already came back to their team. Okay, they're going to be trying to get... Yeah, they're going to go try to get up to the Zenyatta. I saw that flank coming through there when we were in... the Observer is in the moment as Vix is going to find 2 in this fight, and that's going to open things up huge. Vix, no matter what they're on, is finding value for the DPS of Crogecoin. That's going to win them this fight, but the defense of What Was He Cooking was strong enough to get this time bank down pretty substantially.
I mean, 2 minutes off the clock. There is nothing to sniff at. Now, a little under 2.5 minutes going into this fight. You're going to have Rally and Mines coming up very shortly. Alwyn has to control the high ground here. If you're not controlling the high ground, you're going to see, well, Chimoran and Cypher take that high ground from you. Chimoran going over to the Sojourn now. I love this swap.
I do indeed. You're going to be the power slide is going to be helpful to take this high ground away from What Was He Cooking as well, as it's just a nice pseudo sniper character, but Cypher is gonna take things into their own hands here as my goodness, Bolton Cake with a nice shot there with their orbs to continuously push this cart a little bit more forward.
Goob needs to let loose with these mines and just start the contest here on the point, because they're getting so much free push because they just have not engaged yet.
Yeah, as Goob trying to get the Cypher out of this, as the rallies popped a bit too late from Kurt to save their life of their tank, as that's going to be What Was He Cooking winning this out and getting that crucial ultimate of Rally out of that fight.
I mean, they both popped at Rally, so, I mean, both squads now going to be without that on the table. Bolty Cake is about 8% higher, 10% higher than Stratocaster towards Transcendence, so a couple of volleys should both gain them their Transcendences. And I think Stratocaster needs to get it in a hurry because Cypher's closing in on this Gravitic Flux.
Yeah, it could be the change that Crogecoin needs, as they're going to have to figure something out. It's down to 43 seconds, Billy, and this could be the end of the Crogecoin line, as it's right now even all around, but Goob finding picks. It's still being traded out here, as Vic's looking for the pick. They do find it. That is huge. Almost up to that Bob could have been huge to keep this defense going forward. There is definitely going to be some stalls coming in from What Was He Cooking, and a nice stick coming through. Ashi is out of this fight, who had that Dragon Blade that could have changed this fight for What Was He Cooking. The Transcendence has to be used to just get out of spawn, as they're not going to have it for this Gravitic Flux any longer. But the red, it's still filling this kill feed right now. The Bob out of this fight. The Blade now being used by Ashi, coming in strong. That is huge. I think they've done it, Billy. What Was He Cooking has taken the map and the series.
What a dynamic end to our last series of the day. What Was He Cooking was on the back foot, and then you saw Ahishi bring out the blade and clean up the fight. Was on fire, literally and figuratively, in this last fight, and you see it happen.
Yeah, here it comes. Oh, a nice little snipe onto Chimoran there in this play of the game. This wasn't even the win to win it, but still, and an amazing clip coming in from Ashi. That was just some incredible Genji work from the Genji of What Was He Cooking.
Well, I mean, this was an elimination match once again. So now what was he cooking? moves on to the playoffs. We got to say goodbye to Crogecoin here. They had a pretty damn good tournament, not going to lie, but we do have to say goodbye to them. And now, you know, we're at the end of our day. Let's take a look at our bracket real quick to see where we're going forward for tomorrow, possibly? Question mark. Okay, we'll take a look at today's. Yeah, I mean, this is where we're at right now. We see the final results here. Yo, what's poppin'? Does take the 2-0 win over on the C stream. So that's a pretty comprehensive look there coming out of them. And I am darn impressed with what they have done so far. So we're going to take a quick little break. We'll be back to close out the night in just a few minutes.
Searching for with a break of a day to follow away to you. 'Cause at the end of the day, I'm looking for no reason to change. 'Cause everything is good for you. Baby, I can see we're gonna shout it out to the sky. Tell our secrets to the night so we can see the end inside. To the night, so we can see the end inside. We're gonna shout it out to the sky. When I look into your eyes, I can see no better light, Wandering in this place, how I'm gonna spend my time searching open space. So we still come back for more, leaving it behind. Isn't always easy, but how we try. No more. I see you hide. The stars aligned, and we had everything to heal us. No fear, no fight, as we decide to put the distance back between us. Take it away now. Take it away now. Are you letting this go? Take it away now. Take it away now. Are you letting this go?
Hi everybody, welcome back. It's me and Talk.
Hello.
You. What a day it's been. I want to say first a huge thank you to all of the casters and the production teams that have been helping out with the matches so far. Today's been a crazy day. Here's just a list of the first 2 days' stuff, and I'm sure there's even more to add. Thanks to all of these people so far who have made this exactly what it is. It's the staff that make BPL what it is, so thank you. Today has been crazy. We've gone on long, as of course we have. Joey's been running the entire stream on his own, just with Avi's lobby admin. So it's really been a mammoth day, so thank you everybody. Now we're very close to closing out today. Here is the big bracket. If you remember, this is kind of what looks like all the kind of empty spaces. I should have fixed that, and I thought it did, but it clearly did not. Why didn't this? Why? Oh, I see. Okay, anyway, this is the big Swiss bracket that we have. As you can see, we have all of the matches with a number in the column, apart from Kaggle Empire vs. Demon Mode, which is the game that's currently off stream. It's still ongoing. It's probably at least map 2 by now, but we don't know.
Hold on.
Oh,
Message just sent.
message just sent. Catgirl Empire vs. Demon Mode is 2-0 Demon Mode. So the Catgirls have fallen, unfortunately. They are out of the tournament. Demon Mode will be the last one to reach that. 3 wins, exactly what they needed to get in. Let's make sure that's updated on here. And, and there it is. So there you go. That is how it shakes out. Here is the standings. This is the A League. So as you can see, we've got your 3-0s that went in straight through, your 3-1s that went through after a little bit more of a battle, and then your 3-2s which are just being set there. You can see the maps as well. We also have the opponent match win rate. Now that all the teams are sorted out, you can see those top 8 from Demon Mode and up are sorted in this order. So the first match tomorrow will be Crab Apple versus Demon Mode, and so on. Basically, the people who had the easier ride into this playoffs will go up against the people who had a harder time and have dominated. Yeah, this is what it looks like so far. So your top 2 are Sale, who went 3-0.
Just to reiterate, because it might look a bit funny when you see the teams with the higher opponent win percentage above teams with lower. It's because the first tiebreaker is matches, your map differential. That's how many matches you win versus how many you lose. Then it's your map wins, not map differential. So individual map wins. So if you win a map in a series you lose, that counts. But if you lose a map in a series you lose. No, if you win if you lose a map in a series you win, nothing happens. You get no penalty. But if you lose a map, or you win a map in a series you lose, then you get a benefit for that, and then it jumps onto opponent with percentage.
Yeah, what he said. Yeah, so do you want to put this into the matches tomorrow? Have we done that yet?
Oh.
You can see those and we'll show it on the broadcast. I'll push him into the corner and he can go do that. As you've also seen, we have the B League that's running right now. I believe the game has just finished. That's on the B League. Here it is. This is what the B League bracket looks like so far. Neptune and Nightmare 2 are the ones to head through to the upper finals. Camp Half-Baked was eliminated earlier today, and Pupils versus E-Kittens is currently ongoing, as far as I understand. So they've been in their own little world with their own little meta, and it's been very cute over there. But yes, this is the bracket that we need to worry about as it comes through, as Toxic puts it in so delicately. This is what is happening tomorrow. Now, it's going to be a bit like the Mayhems, like the ST5s. We're going to do all this tomorrow. We're going to make sure all the schedules are set and try and accommodate a bit of extra time so that we don't run as much as we did. But you can see all the matchups being set for you. Crab Apple versus Demon Mode. White Collar Revenge will be taken on Yo What's Poppin'. Sale will be taken on What Was He Cooking? And Solar Snack will be taken on the other team.
There you go.
Kingpin.
Boom.
Here you go. These are your top 8. So all of these teams have won 3 times in the bracket. Everyone else has lost 3 times. Here they are today. So this is what it's going to be. On the B League right now, the game is still ongoing. Maybe we have a look and see what they're doing. Gonna pull it up and see. Oh, the game is not. It is currently E-Kittens versus Peach Ball. They're on Circle Royale.
Yep. Tomorrow the B League finals will be mainstream. I'm pretty sure. B League Grands.
Yes, we're planning on doing B League Grands just before the A League Grands. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm exhausted. I won't lie. It's been a day.
Same. I'm shattered.
It's been a day. This is everything we've done only on the main stream, and there's been 3 streams all day, and even more games happening off stream. So, huge thank you to everybody who was working on this. Rematch Central. Yeah, I mean, listen, that's what happens. It's gonna be like that. So yeah, we'll leave you with. What are we leaving you with? What are we doing here? Our faces. Look at that. It's us.
Actually, it's not really Rematch Central. There's only one. Yeah.
They're lying. Yeah, tomorrow we'll start again at 2 p.m. Eastern time, at 7 p.m. UK, 8 p.m. Europe, and like 11 a.m. Pacific. So be here. We'll be here bringing you all the matches as they come. Thanks so much for watching. B League is going to carry on BPL 2. Be warned, I don't know if you want to watch that. I'll be honest. I've heard some things. That's all I'm saying. I've heard some things. It has some people casting the game. Wait, we can cast it.
The problem is there's several, not just 2.
It is not just 2 casters.
Got the whole gang pull up.
Yeah, big thanks to all my crew on the A stream today. Tox, Mark, Zusa, Cap for a little bit. Me, I was observing. Person for a little bit. Peace by, who was helping out. Really made it go as smoothly as we could, even though we ran long. Yeah. More tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern for the bracket. That's where we'll start. And we'll have everything else after that. Because that's how bracket works. You play games, and then you play other games after that, depending on the results of the first games.
Yeah, we'll try and condense it down so you guys don't have to play and then have massive breaks. It should be pretty tightly condensed. Maybe with a short break before Grands if the B League Finals goes long. But we'll have to wait and see.
Yep. That's all from us today. We'll see you tomorrow at 2. Good night.
Bye.
They tell me to leave you, I should run away. They can't believe that I wanna stay. I try too hard to please you. I can't help but need you. You give me this feeling whenever you're with me. I find it hard to breathe. My air you keep stealing, but still I'm believing. To the